Help me welcome Bryan Lynn with, after my first Toastmaster speech, I was told to get out. Bryan.
I'm trying to find the timer. Good morning, Mr. Toastmaster, my fellow Toasties. I thank you for the opportunity to be sitting in front of you this morning to share my story with all of you. When I joined Toastmaster 4 years ago, I gave this amazing and fabulous speech about the food that I enjoy eating. After I gave it, I was assigned Stephen as my mentor. We had our first conversation. Two things stood out in that conversation. Bryan, I see good things for you. The second thing was, get out of this club. I just joined Toastmaster and I was already being ran out by the good folks of TI with torches and pitchforks. Stephen saw that confused look on my face. Bryan, I didn't mean it like that. What I meant was, when you're ready, I want you to get out and visit other clubs. Can you do that? I can. It took me about a year to get out of my comfort zone and to get out of that club. When I did, I tend to think that I'm a big thinker and I overdo things. I did. Because the first club I decided to visit was over in Seattle. I live in Bremerton, an hour away. The club that I chose to go to, I chose because they were doing these historical speeches where the members would take on those legendary character persona. They would give speeches in their mannerism about their lives, that time frame, or something that really stood out for them. There was also comedy clubs and storytelling clubs that I went to, as well as those specialty clubs that talked about sex, drugs, rock and roll, religion, and politics. Those taboo and forbidden subject matters that Toastmaster kind of hints that you shouldn't talk about, yet we are Toastmasters and we're allowed to talk about anything and everything. Fast forward to March of 2020, which seemed like a lifetime ago, but was just mere months ago. The world came to a standstill. We were placed in lockdown. We were told to stay home for our own safety. Yet we are Toastmasters. We are gathering, meeting, public speaking type of people. Zoom Nation arose because of this. Because of Zoom, I have heard stories about members jumping from meeting to meeting. I heard about a gentleman who's been to 65 clubs in 30 days. I heard about a young lady who's been able to visit and speak in 15 different countries. Would all of this have happened without Zoom? Maybe, maybe not. My money is on not. Truth be told, Zoom has benefited me greatly. For I have been able to travel down the West Coast, over to the East Coast, and all around. I've been able to go to Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and of course, to Colorado Springs with all you fine folks. I have been able to go down under to Australia and New Zealand, up to our neighbors in the North, Canada, over to Europe, to England, Germany, as well as the home of my ancestors, Ireland. I'm a little lad from the Isle of Green. I have been able to do all of this from the safety of my home, as well as the classroom that I am setting in at the moment. At this time, at this moment in time, we have the perfect opportunity to travel through space and time. The perfect opportunity to meet our fellow Toastmasters. The perfect opportunity to come together for the betterment of mankind. As Stephen said, my mentor, get out of this club. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster. And I lost the timer.